I like your cut, G. I like your cut, G. I like your cut, G. I like your cut, G.
Ooh, I like your cut, G.
Yo, it's your boy, Vito in the house, aka Credo in the crib, aka Young Silky Draws Dreado. Huh? Back with another dread video, man. I was asked to do a from day one video, going back to when I first started my locks. If you didn't know, if you haven't followed or saw the other videos, I'm almost 5 years in the game with my locks, so let's clap it up. Almost 5 years. Dedication, man. And I'm not saying that I'm the longest guy in the game, of course. You know, you probably know some people been in the game for double digits amount of years, but for me to get to the 5-year mark has been ups and downs. I share with y'all my emotions, so y'all know how it is. I'm in the game for the long run, so you probably won't see me with a low cut anytime soon. With that being said, I'm gonna take y'all back to day one. You feel me? Day one. We're gonna start off with this photo right here. I thought I was cool.
Boy, if you don't get...
Feel me? I'm looking over here at my laptop. You know, we're gonna go through all the photos like that, but I'm in the car. As you can see, I got the DreadHawk. I started off in the Mohawk, but initially I started off with a low fade, you know, a bald fade, and then as time went on, I just asked my barber to make the back grow in. So fun fact, the top part of my hair is longer than the back part of my hair because it started off as a low fade, and over time we just kind of trained the back of my hair into this, you know, into all of this. So that's when I probably had a little bit more hair on my head. You can't really tell from this photo, but the top of my hair is longer than the back of my hair. So this is the side look. You can tell I was young, had the little baby beard going on. No big deal.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this next photo is a very important photo. This, we're gonna go into details about this. So if you see the top of my head, it looks like I have like little twisties at the top. My locks were started with the comb, rat tail, comb twist method. That's what you wanna call it. The top part of my hair is a different texture than the back of my hair. So this was like, I think 5 days after my first twist up, you know, my starter locks. And they came undone. You feel me? It came undone. And this is the outcome of what happened. I was working at FedEx at this time. And of course, since my hair is a different texture, they just unraveled as I was sweating, you know, delivering boxes and whatnot. And this was the outcome. And I ain't gonna lie, I did like this look a little bit until the time, I rocked my hair like this until the time where my loctician retwisted me. This made me have to go down the route of getting interlocked. And if you don't know what interlocking is when you take the lock and then you kind of just put it underneath each other. So if let's say this lock right here. You take this and you put it under. You put it under, you make a little gap between the bottom right here where your new growth is, and you push it through or you pull it through and it locks and make it like a little knot. So somewhere over here is a knot and it kept the lock together, you feel me? It was a lock that locked it and then it was a lock that, you know, inception. I was delivering boxes and they came undone. And the only way you knew that I had locks or had some starter locks is that the tips of these, if you see the tips, they're still kind of twisted down, but they came all the way undone. Still a cool look, you know what I mean? Let's move on. This photo right here, this is what happens when you get a twist out. Because at this point in time, this is when I started to let my loctician braid my hair down. And what she would do is, she would take some string and she would weave it through the actual braid since my hair wasn't long enough to be braided by itself. So she'll weave like a rope or some string through it and it'll keep it down. So the only way that you could unravel or your hair can unravel is if you go in and you cut the string or you go in and manually undo it. But that is a good method to have if you have trouble with your hair not locking. What I did, like within the first couple months, I always had my hair braided down because that way it let my hair lock. And with me delivering boxes at FedEx, because I was working at FedEx during that time, my hair wouldn't come undone. So if you are struggling with, you know, your hair being a softer texture, definitely think about asking your loctician or whoever it is that twist your hair up to use the string, yarn, or rope method, whatever it's called, to braid your hair down and keep it down. But that's a braid out. As you can see, my hair is standing up because, you know, your hair don't drop until you get to like month 8. You know what I mean? Like this ain't This ain't nowhere near month 8. This is like maybe like month 4. And you can see at the top, the picture kind of cut off, but you know, you see that it's standing up. That thing's standing up. All right, and it's just another photo of it as well, you know, of my hair standing up. This is probably like month 5, and you can see I got the bandana. I'm telling y'all, if y'all seen my Polo G video and I say the bandana look is cool, that shit cool when you got a mohawk, and you know, Polo G got a mohawk. He be rocking the bandanas. That shit just look cool, but as you can see, I had to braid out. You can see how the crinkles, and when your hair is that short, it stands up. My hair didn't drop until like month 8. All right, so my hair was starting to get a little longer here. This probably was like maybe month, I want to say 6 or 7. It wasn't too far along after the photo I just showed before this, but you can tell it's a little bit longer. It's starting to drop a little bit. This is when I really started to feel like my hair was starting to mature, you know. It's a nice side view. And this is, you know, in my 1 pro 1 con video, if you go back and watch that, I told y'all like a pro con, like the shit just like I put in like a, you know, honorable mention. Look at the fade into beard. You see how the fade look, man? You can't beat that, man. Women love that fade to beard thing right here, you know what I'm saying? And of course, if you ain't got a beard, it's cool, but the fade, look at the fade, bro. A nice fade, you can't go wrong with a nice fade. Don't get me wrong, it's pros and cons to this. No, I'm not trying to cuss, but it's pros and cons to this. And I'm telling you, man, that fade is always gonna be a pro. Always gonna be a pro.
Oh God.
It's beautiful, but this is around about the time where I started thinking like, yo, this lock stuff gonna be lit. Cause I knew it was about to get lit after this. You know, this photo right here was around about the same time as the previous photo. When I said that it started to mature a little bit, my hair was starting to drop. You know what I'm saying? You can see one dread right here sticking up. But I think that's because the angle of the actual photo, because I'm kind of leaning out the car like this, so one of the dreads is kind of like going over like that. But this is when my hair started to get its own characteristics and personality. Like when it was sticking up, it don't got its own personality. But when you can move your hair like this and you feel them, you know, moving, that's when you know your hair got personality. When you can do like this and your hair just, you can feel it moving on top of your head, that's this. That's when I realized that. That's when I started to realize that this shit lit. You know, it's lit, it's popping now. This shit gravy. Yeah, that was like right after that photo with the jersey was done. Let's keep moving. See, this is maybe like a month or so later. I was getting at this time like a retwist every month because I wanted to make sure my hair locked, because again, the top part of my hair is a different texture than the back. My back stayed. I didn't have to get them redone. My top, I had to get them interlocked. So all this is interlocked, all this isn't. And you know, that's just the risk you gotta, that's just what you gotta do, you know what I mean? To keep it, you know, keep it together. But as you can see, my hair started to drop. Again, it's like a month later. You could see if I go like this, my hair was gonna be moving. That's, you know, that's character. Not even gonna start with you. I love when my hair was this long. Like this was like the perfect length. I would say this in the 2 to 3 year mark, like in between that 2 year to 3 year mark, this and that was the best times for me. Like this is cool and all, like yeah, like this shows character and progressiveness and patience, but that was a cool look, you know what I mean? Like the whole short dread look, it was fire, you know? And I could still rock almost all the hairstyles except for 2-strand twists and of course all the long hairstyle things, but I could do the braid back. And this is when I used to really kill the braid backs. Like I get 3, or I get the 3 like this, or I get 3 straight back, or I get the 2, you know, like the ram. You know, it was a good time, you know. And I could still wear hats, you know. I could still wear dad hats. You can't really wear dad hats with all this, but you know, this was a good time, a very good time in history with the locks. In this photo, again, this is around the same time. I would say this is probably, all this was like within the first year of me having locks. I got the little 3 backs. I used to always get those when my hair was short. I don't think she used yarn on these. I think this was the first time I didn't have the little rope or yarn or string mechanism that she would do with the little, I don't know what she would do, but she just kind of tweeted them together. I think this was the first actual time where she didn't use it, where my hair was actually long enough where she didn't have to rope them down. But again, stayed with the dread mohawk, kept it in place, you know what I mean? You can't beat the braid look when you got short dreadlocks, man. I'm just keeping it real with you. if you're new to the game, when them braid backs, boy, them things be fresh. Fresh. Okay, so this is around about the 1 to 2 year mark. As you can see, my hair is long enough that I can do a little small pineapple. It ain't one of those big joints. It's just long enough now that I can do, like a top ponytail. Wasn't long enough for the back ponytail, but I'm just showing you. And then if you look closely at my tips haven't locked at all. Like if I was to show you one of my locks, like my tips, they're still very loose, like loose at the end. Like the lock itself is like locked up, like completely locked up. But the tips of them, and it's a few of them, is like loose, like it's not locked together. And you can see some of the remnants up here at the top part. Yeah, man. I would say, I'm not even gonna cap. I'm gonna go back and say, redo what I just said. From month 8 to year 3, man, it was a good time. It was a great time. It was a great time, man. It was a great time. I enjoyed, that time with the lock journey. Here's like a few months after that. This is still all after that year mark, but not quite 2 years. This is probably like maybe 1.5. I want to say maybe not even 1.5. But as you can see, it's long enough that I got a top ponytail. And this is when I really started to feel like, yo, my hair is really taking off. Really taking off, because when I let it down, my hair be like down here, like it's dropped. Man, I'm telling you, man, this is like that 8 month to 2 year mark. I would even say 3. I'll give it to 3. I'll give the benefit, I'll say 3 year mark. The 8 month period to about the 3 year period, fuego, man. It was all love, man, all beautiful, just great times. Now, your hair getting in the way, you gotta wrap it at night so you don't sleep on it and get it caught underneath your shoulder. You lift your head up and pull your dread. The longer your hair gets, the more of a hassle, or maintenance you gotta keep up on it. But again, it's nothing that you can't handle. If I'm kind of maybe steering you away, it's still all great. Women love it. Women love the locks, man. So definitely stick in there, unless you want to keep it at that small length about right here. See, here's the droppage. See how I look? That's a cool look to me. I enjoy this. This is a great look, man. This is a great look. I enjoyed this time period. What more can I say? You see the look, man. You see, I'm giving you the look. I'm giving you the look. My shit I miss it. Let's just say I miss that length. If I do cut my hair, I'll probably cut it back to about right here. Or, somewhere in between this mark. But I'm not going to go back to like that. I'll probably cut it maybe here. Nah, maybe a little longer than that. I won't cut it this low, but this ain't that bad. This ain't a bad length at all. Hair pulled up. This is around about the 2 year mark right here. This is the 2 year mark. I started wearing, since I couldn't wear dad hats anymore, I started wearing visors, which is still cool. It'll let your hair be free at the top. You can still do your thing. As you can see, my hair is starting to mature. And if you look at the one sticking up at the top, the very, very top, you can see that it is not locked at the top. You know what I'm saying? My tips are not locked up. This was in the middle of that 2 year mark, man. This is like maybe like 2.5 years. This is the length I'll go back to. This is the length I'll go back to, man. This photo on my IG and on my Facebook, hundreds of likes, man. Everybody loved this look, man. Everybody loved this look. Everybody loved this photo. You feel me? Got the Vito in the house, merch on. But, like, look, the length is perfect, man. The length is perfect. I had a braid out. I had 3 braids on vacation, and I started to take them down. I took this one all the way out, so this part was hanging down. The middle one was still, like, halfway braided to about here, and then, because I have 3 braids, and then this one right here was braided to about right here. So it was braided to right here, all the way down, hanging off this side. And man, this is the length. This for sure is the length that I'll go back to if I was to cut my hair. I will go back to this length, which is about a little bit past, like in the back, since my back is longer than the top part, since I got the sides cut off. This is about face length. Like this part will probably be right about in here. And then my back will probably be right about there. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is a classic photo, classic day, classic trip. You know, I love that length. This is on the same trip, but I took the hair that was down, and this is the first time I had a man bun. Again, that length, that 2.5 year mark, loved it, man, loved it. This is the first bun I ever had. You know, my hair was long enough, just long enough to be put in a bun. I was rocking with it, man. This was again a great trip, great hair length. You know, that fade in. You see the fade? Can't go wrong, man. Can't go wrong with fade. I'm not saying that you should do it, but think about it, you know? Really think about it. You know? All right, what we got here? Okay, so this was close to the 3-year mark. Not quite 3. As you can see, my hair is starting to really mature. You know what I'm saying? I got a little messy bun on the top of my head. My hair is starting to mature. What I used to do at this point in time, I used to put a messy bun here and then have like a few dreads in the back just hanging down. I really like that look, man. Like, I really like this whole time period, man. This whole time period. 8 months to 3 years. Fuego. Fire flames. Can't complain about that time period. Can't complain at all. Alright, what we got here? Another one. This is probably like a month or 2 after the photo I just showed you. As you can see, my hair is really long. You see the droppage. I got it up in a little ponytail up here. It's dropping down. Had a few in the back. I used to wear my hair like that a lot. Some in the back down, ponytail up here, then it dropped down over the sides. Really rocked with that look. It's a great look, man. I'm not gonna say it again. It was a great time period. So this photo right here is in the 3-year mark. This is a little bit after the 3-year mark. I want to say maybe a few months after. So COVID happened. This is during the time of COVID. On my 3-year mark, COVID popped off. So we wasn't getting retwisted like that. Wasn't, you know, it wasn't too much. Wasn't taking too many photos during COVID because it was rough. Man, I had my beard. I'm like a homeless person, man. Beard all scruffy, no retwist. I think this is right after I got the first official haircut after the COVID pandemic. And as you can see, my hair is really on some Lion King, Mufasa, Scar type shit. But yeah, man, it just looked good, man. Like, I ain't gonna stunt like after the 3-year mark it was all bad. It was, you know, I got photos like this. It's fire, man. It's fire, for sure. All right, this was a couple months later. I had just got a braid out. Shout out to the homies above and beyond. Shout out to them boys. Go on Facebook, go on IG. Holla at the boys above and beyond. They got some dope ass merch. As you can see, I got the braid out underneath the bucket hat. Again, that 3-year mark has its pros, has its cons too. Maybe I'll make a video about the pros and cons after your hair gets to a certain length, but still made some fire photos out of this, man. This was maybe like a month or 2 after the photo I just showed you. So maybe like, you know, 3 years, 8 months, 3 years, 8 months, you know. Ah, yes. This is when I like started really rocking the official man bun, when my hair in the back was long enough to be up here. Because in the other photos, I would have the thing up here and have some in the back. This is when I was officially able to get the man bun. If you catch my drift, you see it's in its, you know, final stage. And you know, I got the scarf, because you know, my previous videos, I told y'all, if you go back, it's documented. Scarf game, scarf boys. You feel me? Go to the beauty supply store. Check me. Look, I'm your homie. Y'all my homies. Go to the beauty supply store. Get you some scarves. If you got you can do it either way. If you got a DreadHawk or you got the regular full head, scarf boys. Hashtag scarf boys. But yeah, man, this is the first time I was able to get a man bun. And you know, it was rocking, you know. Got a lot of love that day. Got a lot of love that day, man. So this was Christmas time of year 3. As you can see, I got 2-strand twists. You can't really tell, but I got 2-strand twists. And I got a scarf on as well, scarf boys. Hashtag. As you can see with the 2-strand twist, when you normally get 2-strand twists, your hair shortens up. So if my hair is this long, it may be this long with 2-strand twists. You can see the growth, because you see how long my hair is. It's shoulder length with the 2-strand. So this is around by the time my hair started getting really long, like really long. Like, yeah, official. Like, I'm officially out here. You know, it was cold outside, but you know, you like the look, trench coat with the scarf. Can't go wrong. Scarf boys. And this last photo, I mean, this photo right here is just another photo of me right now. You know, it shows my length. My hair up here is down to right about there. But this ain't really a good photo for me. You know, let me show y'all, you know, live and indirect. You feel me? What my hair is. This is where we at with it right now. Yup. I want to just say that don't let nobody tell you to grow your hair out, or if you have hair, when to cut it. Enjoy the journey, man. I'm going to always tell you to definitely lock your hair up. But again, don't listen to me. Do it because it's something that you want to do. I go through moments where I feel like I want to cut them, but I never do. But just make sure that if you do decide to grow your hair out, it's for you. And if you have hair and you decide to cut it, it's for you, because people will tell you, hey, you look good like this, you should do this. No, man, just do it for you. If you're on this journey for a reason or to find something, I hope you find it. If you're trying to find a reason to grow your hair out and you're looking for that extra push, please, by all means, let this be your extra push. I just wanted to show y'all my journey throughout the years. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely comment where you at in your journey and what was your favorite part of the journey, you know, so we can get that dialogue going. I'm your homie, you know, hope y'all